Hello.
Hey there, and going live right now. Hey there, folks. Welcome to the Choose Game Reviews live stream. If you heard the chatter just now in the background, that was the Gamer's Grotto, or Jeremy from the Gamer's Grotto. And I apologize for the lateness of the hour, but it's completely 100% due to the fault of Jeremy from the Gamer's Grotto. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. How you doing there, Jeremy?
I'm doing good.
Where are you streaming before?
The Last of Us PS5 remastered.
Any good?
Hell yeah.
All right, so it probably sucked then. All right, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, it's so much better than text the game.
We got here once again, 1893, a World's Fair mystery, part two of this wonderful adventure. It's 12:45 a.m. though on a Monday morning, Sunday night. So I don't know like who's gonna join. Maybe people are sleeping. If they're smart, they're sleeping. Probably work tomorrow. But it's still early in some locales. In other locales, it's early tomorrow. So, or I guess it's tomorrow here too, on the East Coast. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But regardless, we're going to try this out a little bit. Basically, if you remember from last time, the premise of this game is we're a detective in 1893 in the World's Fair. Let me try the Twitch stream. I forgot to do that. Hold on, let's do that. Let's try the Twitch stream. Okay. So the premise is it's 1893. We're at the Chicago World's Fair, and some guy stole a bunch of diamonds, and we're a detective that's been sent to try to figure it out. We spent most of the first stream doing the guided tour of the fair, where there was a guide who wanted to kill the entire time, but somehow he escaped. At the end, um, I just restored the save game. We're like basically sitting out like right east of the place we started, and have a case dossier, a small daily stipend, and a guidebook with a. And I was looking at some of this stuff again because I don't remember anymore. Like, so examine list of diamonds. Okay, so there's like these are the diamonds we have to find: four rough, unfinished diamonds, three cut and polished diamonds, one crown diamond. The private collection of one of the board members of the company. If they're found, we take to Mr. Wentworth. We'll verify if the stone is due from the collection, which is the mining building, and then we should take them to the office of the administration building in my safe. And then we also have Greenback Bob and Delbras are two people that we think probably were involved in this case for some reason. The detailed report I think we read it was like really like ridiculous. Yeah, and then there was a note here, which has like some kind of rhyme, which obviously relates to the diamonds because it talks about four brothers, rough and ready, and there was four rough diamonds, and three sisters, kind and fair. Those are the three like polished diamonds, and there was also mother at the end. So these are like hints of where they're located. Apparently, the Riddler is one that stole this, and the Riddler wants us to find. I mean, I'm being facetious when I say the Riddler, but it sounds like something from Batman or something like that. Um, and also, it's Monday 12:30 p.m. in the game. Like we started the game like Monday 10 a.m. or something. We spent like a long time waiting online at the bank, and then we went on a tour, and basically that was essentially what we did in the first stream. Uh, and there's nobody here watching right now. Any comments, Jeremy?
No, not really.
Not really.
This is an interesting game. I have no idea.
You're the best color
Oh,
commentator in the business. Uh, all right, so let's see. Young Dennis likes spelunking in darkness, feared, and great. Now, there is a like the mines. You'd think that there's a building called the mines. So like theoretically, if I had to think where someone was like what something was spelunking is like exploring caves, right? So I'm looking at the map here. I don't see anything. Um, this is what the game comes with. It comes with this map of the thing, and there's also a couple of ads. One for Kodak cameras, one for Van Hooten's Cocoa, one to say come see the Esquimau village. I think is like Eskimos, and that's it. So like, I mean, there's a lot of small things here. Like if we're looking at the map, it's just like rolling chair company, Russian kiosk, newsstand, music hall, casino, I mean, I don't see one that says cave, like, at least just from the top of my eyes exploring it, and I didn't look at every single thing. So I'm gonna go to this mine thing, and let's hope that this is where this thing is. Although, like, I don't know where I would find it, like, amongst the entire freaking building. I don't know how you're supposed to search for it or what. The nice thing is in the mining place, the guy also you're supposed to have identify the diamonds. Always this thing says, make with the mystery and fast, or I have to leave a thumbs down. Alright, we're trying. Alright, so where am I? Let's see, can I go north from here? South side electricity building. Okay. How do you want to do this, Gamer's Grotto? We're not going to read all these descriptions, I don't think, are we?
Whatever ones you want me to read, I'll read. It's up to you.
Well, I think let's go to where we're trying to get to. North side administration building. So the mines and mining building is to the west. Or to the north. I have to do this. Okay. So down this road. To the west stands the mines and mining building. That's where I want to go. You can read this if you want. Now we're actually in the building I was trying to get to.
This aisle cuts through dozens of exhibits from many major mining companies and states. Some interesting exhibits are to the north and south. The hallway extends deeper into the building to the west. To the east, an exit leads out towards the electricity building.
Hey J-Rock, how's it going? J-Rock says, sup guys. Alright, so which way should we go? What do you think? North, south, west? Any ideas? I don't know.
The hallway extends. Let's do west.
West, okay.
The interior aisles of the building converge here, heading off in all of the cardinal directions.
Should I go up? No. North, south, east, or west? Which way do you want to go? You're like, I'm the narrator. I'm not just. I'm
not saying that you should be asking your viewers, not me.
Aren't you viewing this too? I'm
viewing it to narrate it.
I'm gonna go west. Let's see. It's freaking big.
This aisle cuts through dozens of exhibits from many countries and states. Some interesting exhibits are to the north and south. The hallway extends deeper into the building to the east. To the west, an exit leads out towards the transportation building. You're not sure which country or state is presenting this exhibit, as the entire area is covered with piles of rocks. Each pile is easily taller than 2 men. Salt, shale, limestone, coal, bitumen, feldspar, metals, and more simply demonstrate the power of man to harvest the earth for his own purposes. In the center of the exhibit stands a tall, smooth pillar of bauxite.
What's bauxite?
It is a tall pillar made entirely of bauxite.
Probably can't climb it. Yeah, because it's too smooth.
So you just enter a building and start climbing everything?
Well, I'm still trying to find the diamond that's here. Like, it's like it doesn't. That's the problem I have. Well, it's just spelunking, so caves, right? I mean, this is like you think you'd find it here is display of minerals and ores. Again, like look at the note.
No, I get it.
In darkness, feared and great though. So we went. So I don't see darkness here. I mean, we could be totally like in the wrong place too. Like maybe there's another place which is actually dark. Let's go somewhere else.
The mine seems like a smart idea, though.
What do you say? Mine seems like a smart idea.
Yeah, the mine seems like a smart idea. Yeah.
What about this?
The 17-year-old state of Colorado exhibits a wide range of mineral wealth. Amid the piles of ore and general exhibits sits a statue made of silver, created by an Aspen mining firm named the Silver Queen, which attracts the most interest.
Pretty.
The Silver Queen sits in a boat mounted on a pedestal covered in precious minerals. On either side of her run little gold and silver figures representing the god of riches, each of whom bears a cornucopia spilling forth streams of silver dollars. The Silver Queen herself holds her staff of office in one hand, the head of which is an oversized coin. The canopy over her head is richly made, an eagle with wings outstretched standing on its summit.
Let's keep going. I'm gonna go back. I'll try to go in the other directions. Billiard Boulevard.
Have we already read that?
No.
No, I don't. Okay. Exhibits about mines, minerals, mining equipment, and more extend as far as the eye can see. All around you are treasures pulled from the earth, and the machines and technologies that accomplish the job. To the east and west are interesting exhibits from individual states. The hallway goes deeper into the building to the north. To the south, an exit leads out to the Court of Honor.
So basically, there's 8 exhibits we can look at, it seems like.
New York exhibits its mineral wealth in abundance within a pavilion shaped like a rectangular colonnade.
It's like shaped
In
like
front of
something
the
else. Sorry.
In front of the exhibit stands a layered pillar of rocks ordered in geologic succession. Inside stand piles of various clays, gypsum, shale, and other stones. It is a tall pillar made up of many different ores, each in its own layer, several feet thick, stacked one atop the other.
Pirate Gear Boy is here, by the way. Guess all this in the background. Play Pebble Beach golf on the Saturn. Oh, that's an interesting thing to do. Okay, let's keep checking out what else is here.
Presiding over the hundreds of small displays that comprise the Montana exhibit is one of the most popular attractions of the mining building, a large silver statue of Justice. The statue is reportedly the largest statue made entirely of silver in the world. Justice holds scales in one hand, a sword in the other. She rests on a silver globe. Above the globe rises an eagle, with the wings outspread. 2 bronze lions guard Justice on either side.
Cool.
The statue is modeled after the famous Ada Rehan of Daly's New York Stock Company and is claimed to be the largest silver statue in the world.
Edward Steele.
I'm not a thief. No. What? Wow. Holy shit. This just got real.
I'm trying to see what you can do.
Stu is apparently a degenerate. Yes.
I never mind that. You can't do anything there. Let's go by this way now. Oh. Exhibits. This is interesting.
One sec, I'm just linking your video to someone.
Okay. Is it Slime Boy?
Yeah, I'm gonna send him it just in case he wants to see.
So far, this game is so exciting. This
Oh,
game
yes.
is the most exciting game I've ever played since yesterday when I played the Lightspan Adventures.
Oh no, well I think this is a bit better than that one.
All right. Exhibits about mines, minerals, mining equipment, and more extend as far as the eye can see. All around you are treasures pulled from the earth, and the machines and technologies that accomplish the job. The hallway extends deeper into the building to the south. To the north, an exit leads out to the lagoon. To the west is an exhibit from Pennsylvania, while to the east stands the Kimberley Diamond Mining Exhibit, the scene of the crime.
Pirate Gear Boy says this versus Callie's Geotools. Always assumes it's Geotools. I disagree. The Geotools was terrible. Alright, so let's go to the west first. Interesting. Hello?
The utilitarian nature of the Pennsylvania mining exhibit emphasizes the minerals themselves in hundreds of different piles of stones. Clay, nickel, soapstone, and iron ores fill up all available space. Above the mineral piles is a large relief map of the Keystone State. In the center of the exhibit stands a towering needle of anthracite coal, over 50 feet in height. The map illustrates the location of all the mines in the state of Pennsylvania and their yearly output. The needle of coal stands over 50 feet tall. A sign nearby declares it is brought to you by the Lee Valley Coal Company. You can't climb it, you bloody bastard. No.
I suck.
Why can't I climb anything?
Oh, well, apparently Mr. Wentworth is here.
This is the guy who's to show the diamonds to.
It was here that the theft took place, the exhibit of the Kimberley Diamond Mining Company of South Africa. As you look over the exhibit, you marvel again at the cunning of the thieves. The exhibit is under heavy security with one guard at each of the four corners. In the center of the exhibit stands a glass display case which, until very recently, contained a large quantity of precious stones. Another component to the exhibit is to the east, and Mr. Wentworth is here. This is the case that was cut open. You can see the cuts were made very close to the frame of the case. Looking closer to the glass, you can see markings that would be in keeping with some sort of suction device being placed against it. You suspect that the cuts were made slowly through the course of the day by the thieves in disguise, as they went up to the case to look at it. Then, perhaps near the end of the day, when there would be few people around, one of the thieves could easily have removed the glass and replaced the gems in the matter of a few seconds. The gems then could have been concealed under gloves or a wrap of some kind. This makes you pause. Could a woman have been involved?
I don't know, it seems like a very leap of logic to me.
The case is closed and locked, you fool.
Why is it locked? There's nothing freaking in there.
Mr. Wentworth doesn't give a fuck.
Kill Wentworth.
Oh, yeah, that's before, right?
Attack him with a dick. Kill Wentworth with your penis. Somebody became an Al Logan.
I don't have anything. What's this?
So you're a detective. You don't even have a gun?
Apparently not.
Fantastic.
You are standing on a raised wooden platform. The platform overlooks a diamond mining demonstration area. The demonstration area is behind tall partitions and plate glass windows. A sign hangs over the windows. In the enclosure, rock and dirt is scattered across the floor, along with several strange machines. A doorway leads into the demonstration area to the north. A rather strong-looking Zulu warrior is guarding the doorway.
What the hell is this?
Diamond mining demonstration sponsored by the Kimberley Diamond Mining Company. Demonstrations held daily 10 to 12 and 2 to 4.
I can't go on right now, I guess.
Yeah.
The Zulu warrior blocks your way. Looking straight at you, he taps his first two fingers, held straight out and slightly apart, against his puckered lips, as if this gesture was meaningful in some way.
I guess it said come back at 2. Alright, I think
Give him a gesture of a middle finger.
Show no 2 hours. That's all he's able to do is verify the stones.
Who was Mr. Wentworth? Have we met him before?
No, Mr. Wentworth is the guy they told you to show the if you find any stones, show them to him, and he'll be able to authenticate them. So he's showed the note, and he's like, this is not one of our precious stones. He doesn't care about anything except for the stones, apparently. Alright, we didn't go these 2 directions.
This exhibit concerns mining in the United States as a whole. Much information is available here, in charts, displays, and materials about U.S. mining operations and interests. In the center of the exhibit stands a tall monument made up of cubes of various different minerals, each stacked above the other, each smaller than the last. A sign explains that these cubes represent the proportionate bulk of all the minerals which come from the mines and quarries of this country during 1 second of time.
That's pretty cool.
The cubes at its base are massive, labeled bitumen, anthracite, limestone, higher up on natural gas, petroleum, iron ore, and granite. Above this, the cubes become too small to be labeled, but you recognize what looks like silver near the top and gold just second from the tip.
I'm sure I can't climb this either, right? Nope.
You're not Spider-Man! No.
Oh, interesting.
You read a bit of the information on display. It talks about how the mining industry employs hundreds of thousands of men. Bituminous coal
Don't read
mining.
this crap.
What?
Don't read this crap. It's just
Okay.
bullshit. I was all the same shit. Alright, let's go a different direction.
Okay. You want me to read that?
Yeah.
All right. In the center of New Mexico's exhibit is a replica of an old miner's cabin, made entirely out of native ores. And just outside of the structure, the figures of a miner with a short-handled pickaxe, tucked under one arm, leading his burrow.
I don't understand non-English. Oh, you got a pickaxe.
Actually,
There
check
you
it.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
You finally got. Now you can kill people.
Let's try that.
We finally found a weapon.
Enter cabin.
You can only imagine that if the witch made a house in the woods like this, poor Hansel and Gretel would never have gone anywhere near. It's entirely unremarkable.
Oh, this is good because let me examine the cabin too. Yeah, I actually have a freaking pickaxe now. I'm sure I'm gonna need it. Actually, this is. Let's try. Okay, let's save the game. New. Kill Wentworth
Jesus Christ.
with the pickaxe. You accomplished little to task, so it says I can't do it. Too bad. Kill Zulu.
Wow. Then Zulu warrior plucks the pickaxe from your hand and uses it on you most effectively. You have failed. In less than 1 day, you have recovered none of the stolen diamonds and achieved a score of 2 points out of a possible 215. You suck, Stu. This is the worst player ever. No.
Let's wait until 2 p.m. Wait until 2. Wait 20 minutes. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Doesn't know anything.
Wait.
There you go. I guess you just have to say wait.
No, it's supposed to work. Wait
Maybe if you just put in 10.
until 2 o'clock. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
A number of Zulu workers walk past you on the platform and into the demonstration area. The Zulu workers won't let you in there during a demonstration. The Zulu workers are preparing to demonstrate diamond mining.
Supposed to watch the workers?
He is wearing a cap and shorts and nothing else. You've heard that this was all the Zulus were willing to wear. He is also holding a large club. One of the workers carries in a large rock and places it into the funnel of one of the machines. Time passes. A worker turns a crank on the side of the machine and it powers up. A worker pulls a long, thin lever out alongside the machine. A worker turns the crank again, and the machine gets louder. A crowd has gathered on the platform to watch the demonstration. A Zulu worker at the funnel-like machine pulls a short lever, and the bottom of the machine opens up, dumping broken bits of rock and dirt into a bucket he had placed underneath. The audience applauds.
Theoretically, you use this machine to like break up rocks and stuff if you can actually get in there.
So far, we have learned that the audience has no life. A worker flips a switch on the funnel-like machine and it slowly shuts down. He hands the bucket to another worker.
How did they go in?
The Zulu warrior won't let you in there during a demonstration. A
They won't let me
worker
in
with
after
the
doing
bucket
it.
walks... A worker... You're interrupting me, Stu.
Sorry.
Just messing with you.
A worker with a bucket walks across the demonstration area. A worker takes the bucket to the tray-like machine and dumps the rocks and dirt into it.
Same shit.
Onto it. Oh, it's the same, yeah.
Ooh, what's
Blah,
this?
blah, blah, blah.
As the tray-like machine continues vibrating, the dirt filters to the floor, leaving only rocks on the tray. As dirt comes off the rocks, you can see that one of them is gleaming. The loose dirt and rocks simulate actual conditions around a diamond mine. One of the workers picks up the gleaming rock. It's a diamond. The audience applauds. A worker takes the diamond over to the porcupine-like machine where he sets it very neatly. A worker adjusts the placement of the diamond in the machine. A worker presses a black button on the porcupine-like machine, machine, and a flurry of cutting, brushing, and polishing commences. A worker takes the diamond out of the porcupine-like machine. It has been perfectly cut and polished. The audience applauds and the workers bow. The workers check their equipment, then leave the enclosure. The audience disperses. The demonstration is over. The Zulu warrior blocks your way, looking straight, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing.
What does it mean? Taps his first two fingers, holds straight out and slightly apart, and gives his puckered lips. He's hungry? What does that mean?
Give middle finger.
Maybe it's to give him food. The only food I have is maybe it's money. Give money to Zulu.
The Zulu warrior rejects the offer.
You know, remember I had that stupid that food from the tour.
Yeah, but I think you ate that.
I did. I know. I mean, I was supposed to give it to the Zulu warrior. Does that mean he's hungry? Like we go.
I don't know.
Food. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Why do you want me to give him food? Alright, I feel like I'm supposed to get in there, though. Sneak in. I gotta find some place to get food. Okay, is there anything else? Like, the thing is, like, young Dennis likes spelunking in darkness, feared, and great. And there's no darkness anywhere here. Unless it's, like, inside that exhibit. I'm looking at this again here, see if there's anything else that, like, sounds like anywhere reasonable. I don't think there is. The next one, like to swim. That could be, like, anywhere, too. Or attempt the hands of fate. Well, I know where that is. That's the Statue of the Republic, right? That we saw on the tour. It was like the scales or something. Horticulture, transportation, mines, electricity, machinery, agricultural implements, manufacturers and liberal arts, U.S. government, fisheries, rose garden, wooded island, women's, fisheries, North Pond, Illinois, California art galleries. And that's it. It has to be here somewhere. I mean, I gotta get some food and give this guy some food or something. Let's try to go to the...
Kind of weird that you have to feed the guy. I don't know if that's what we're supposed to do.
I don't know either. I mean,
we can try it, certainly, but...
dig, needle, pickaxe. I want to try to hit the pillar or something and see if I can get like some, maybe there's something in it or something like that. Mine coal. Does that look a little bit too obvious? This is like the dig in exhibit with pickaxe. Come on, you jerk. Dig in pillar with pickaxe. I'm not digging the layered pillar, so this must be wrong. Statue of Justice. Tempt the hands of fate. Now let's go out of here. Let's leave for now. Oh, there's a chocolate company. Should we go get some chocolate? Jeremy?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to eat food or something, right? It's like I'm supposed to eat lunch or dinner or something. I don't know. In front of the mines.
I don't think where we got the food from initially. I mean, you can try the chocolate place.
The Meunier Chocolate Pavilion is a beautifully proportioned octagonal structure. Wide archways open into the pavilion on all sides. Exhibition goers wander into the pavilion and leave several minutes later with delicious-looking Meunier chocolate bar. The Meunier Chocolate Pavilion is cool and relaxing. Most of the pavilion is taken up by thickly cushioned couches and other seating. Exhibition goers relax out of the sun here, snacking on some delicious Meunier chocolate. Many other chocolate companies, posters, and awards line the pavilion walls. To one side, a Meunier employee stands behind a glass display case filled with chocolates. People approach him and exchange small coupons for chocolate bars.
I don't think I have a coupon.
The Meunier employee holds the Meunier chocolate bar just beyond your reach, saying, "Not without a coupon," and smiling all the while. Available everywhere. Of course, we don't give them out here, he explained, smiling.
What a waste. Alright, let's go this way. South side electricity building. Where was the I'm just going redone with one of the tour the other time. Manufacturers. Outside of music hall, the Watergate. She has a staff with with a globe with an eagle resting on the other. Remember there was a it's like I was trying to. It's like the note here says, "Fair Ida likes to swim and tempt the hands of fate." So it's somewhere with water, and the statue's in the water. And I thought maybe the hands of fate is this statue here, but I'm not sure if that's accurate or not.
I have no idea.
The Statue of the Republic has a small service door at its base. That's interesting. Probably for cleaners and other workmen. How do I go there, though? You can't go that way. Can I get a boat ride to the statue? How do I get in there? Swim. Jump in water. What the hell? No, you can't do this. I thought maybe like if I get in a boat or something, I can go. I don't know how to do that. Like there's a boat in the picture. You see?
Yeah. But that's just a stock photo. That doesn't mean anything.
The south is the southern pavilion. The pavilion is packed with gills, people waiting for the boats. So I can't get in there.
Kill people with pickaxe.
Okay.
I'm still trying to remember.
I'm
still trying to remember where we got the coupons from.
I don't think we ever got the coupons. Did we?
We got coupons when we were on the tour, I'm pretty sure.
I thought you just gave us like a scone or something.
Go to your inventory for a second.
There must be a way to get to into that area.
What is a small daily stipend? What does that mean?
That's my money.
Okay.
The Watergate. Okay, hold on. South, west, west. I'm trying to see if there's any way to get to, I could say an obelisk. Intramural Railway. So north is a canal, which is near a 50-foot high obelisk. Intramural Railway. Okay, some kind of railroad that takes you around the place. That's nice.
I swear that when we were doing the tour guide, when he broke for lunch, he gave you coupons to get food, and then you used them to get food.
No, they just gave me like a thing. They gave me some food and I ate it.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna read this or no?
Sure, yeah.
The base of the obelisk reads 400 years after the discovery of this continent by Christopher Columbus. The nations of the world unite on this spot to compare in friendly emulation their achievements in art, science, manufactures, and agriculture.
There's a boat landing, so, like really far away. Let's see if I can get there.
You're taking those photos as being too literal, I think. They're just stock photos. I don't think they're actually accurate of what's in the game.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's see this Arizona sculpture. Diana. She just freaking...
A gilded statue of Diana is posed on the top of the agriculture's building, central dome. Diana is poised on one leg, her bow pulled taut, an arrow ready to fire. She acts as a sort of weather vane, the wind turning her freely this way and that.
I'm just gonna go over to these buildings and go up to the... Oh, that's interesting. Want to read that one?
Not particularly, but okay.
The broad road splits here to the edge at the edge of a great lagoon. To the west, the road goes across the northern front of the mines and mining building. To the east, the road goes across the front of the electricity building, and to the south, the road cuts between the two. Toward the triumphant dome of the administration building, a bridge spans a narrow part of the lagoon to the north to a large wooded island. The bridge is guarded on either side by dramatic moose sculptures. Looking out over the lagoon, you are awestruck by one of the best views of the fairground. From here, you can You can see almost all of the beautiful and monumental buildings that form the Northern Court. The Northern Court buildings are not arranged around a carefully constructed basin, but instead around this rough and pleasant lagoon. In the center of the lagoon is a large wooded island. On the west side of the lagoon, you can see the transportation building, and further north, the women's building. In the far distance behind the women's building, you can see Ferris wheels slowly spinning. On the east side of the lagoon is the manufacturers and liberal arts building. And north of that, the U.S. government building. More buildings are directly north of the lagoon, but they are mostly obscured by the trees of the wooded island. Am I reading that?
If you want.
You are standing on the southernmost part of the wooded island. A small log cabin sits here, quaint in comparison to the great buildings spread over the rest of the ground. A great bridge spans the lagoon to the south, while the main part of the island is over a short bridge to the north.
Let's see what's in the cabin. Daniel Brew's cabin.
This little cabin is crammed full of an assortment of frontier knickknacks. Deer skins are spread all over the floor. Over the rough stones fireplace is a grizzly bear's skull. The exit is to the east.
Alright. What's this?
This area of the wooded island is devoted to a rose garden. The largest rose garden you've ever seen. Roses of every color and description are blooming across the pathways. To the north, paths lead into the woods. To the south is a short bridge, and to the west is a longer one. Crossing the lagoon to the horticulture building, of which this garden is considered a part, boys rushing around here, getting into all sorts of trouble. The boy is pulling petals off the roses. You discreetly pluck a rose from the garden. An elderly matron notices you doing so and frowns in displeasure as she passes. The boy is pulling petals off the roses. You decided it would accomplish little to attack the boy with the pickaxe. The boy is pulling petals off the roses. Wow, this is suddenly becoming very strange.
I'm frustrated because I thought, according to the map, there's a boat landing here. There's two boat landings on the map, but they're not actually.
Why is it so important that they're describing the little boy, though? It's just kind of an odd.
I don't know. Let's follow the boy.
Okay. You are standing. A boy is rushing around here, getting into all sorts of trouble. The boy runs up to you. Hey, mister. You want to play? The boy throws a small pebble at the back of a gentleman's head. I've seen some in the great big building. They have lots of diamonds over there. The boy throws a small pebble at the back of a gentleman's head.
I would. Okay.
Tell boy about Bob.
You described Greenback in detail to the boy based on the description in your case dossier. The boy listens intently, then shrugs. I never seen him, I don't think. The boy's giant hat falls off his head. He picks it up and puts it back on. You described Elbra in detail to the boy based on the description in your case dossier. The boy listens intently. Even before you finish, he starts jumping up and down in a little in excitement. I know him. I was in the great big giant building one evening. He was playing a game of pool, but he wouldn't let me play. He made me leave. I seen him go there since. Every day, around 7 o'clock, he's there. Then he shrugs, feeling a little less sure of himself. Or at least someone who looks a lot like him. But I didn't see any scar. The boy's giant hat fell, blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Alright, I don't know. Stupid. I don't know. The boys follow me now? I don't know what the hell to do here. This is too confusing. Transportation.
Is anybody even still watching?
Yeah, nobody's saying anything, but people are here. I think we should pay more attention during the actual tour, where the guy was telling us about the exhibits and stuff. So look, does it say anything here in the handbook? The Statue of the Republic. There's a stairway through the inside of the figure. The man who attends the electric lights and the diadem clambers from a ladder through the neck out through the door of the crown of the head. So, but it's not the fates, though, according to this. Invitation of Liberty. At least I don't, So who the freak knows? Fisheries building, electricity building, agriculture building, art palace. Must be in the water. Hey Lester, how's it going? Hey Stu, hey Gamers Ground is joined for a while in between online appointments. Here a quick history lesson. I wish we could give you a history lesson. Alright, let's look at the note again. Dennis likes spelunking in darkness, feared and great. I thought that was the mines. Fair likes to swim and tempt the hands of fate. Somewhere where there's water. I thought it was a Statue of the Republic, but it doesn't actually say fate, anything about fate there. I bet you there's something in the something we missed in the what's it called in the tour. I bet you that tells about that. At least for the thing here, I don't see anything about fate. Fame is one of them, but not fate. I don't know. The next one is Bullish Adam stays outdoors, free and strong and wild. That sounds like a bull, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound like a bull?
Yeah, I have no idea. This is all confusing.
Interior waterways of the grounds are equipped with speedy small boats for pleasure transportation purposes. These boats will be hailed at any point for time service, similar to the street cab. Oh, it's a hail boat. Liar.
Hubble?
Liar. You don't know the word hail. Freaking liars.
Get in the boat?
Well, there's no freaking boat to get in. Hey, Hopster Key, how's it going? There's no boat to get in. And Bullish Adam. It says here there's a bull in the sculpture. Where is it? The state group or among the trees or on the wooded island. So we just gotta look around and find The bull. We don't know where the freak it is. It could be anywhere. Mary studies Egyptian script and writes her name in style. Is there an Egyptian exhibit? There must be. It's anthropological. This is hard. Go back here. Street in Cairo. Where the Ferris wheel is. 59th Street entrance, 16th entrance. It's all the way up north, I think. I'm not even sure about that. Alright, and then it says Little Owen lobbied hard, entered government. There's a government building. Elder Neil rides the rails with an artistic temperament. There's the stupid railroads. So like railroad near the art or something. Dolores spends her time in the cabin of Uncle Tom. Which cabin were we just at? Daniel Boone's cabin. Or runs off, see you later. It was like Tom Sawyer's cabin or something. I think we gotta keep like exploring around, unfortunately. The fairground smells strongly today. You can't wonder if you're by the stockyards to the west. You want to read or no?
Sure. You're on a quiet, contemplative path through the woods. A welcome respect from the overwhelming mass of buildings, exhibits, and people. Paths that head northeast, northwest, and out of the woods to the south.
Okay. What's this?
The trees thin out and open up around a beautiful Japanese temple and tea house. The temple to the east is based on a famous temple in Japan called the Huoden, or Phoenix Temple. So named because the two wings of the temple resemble bird wings. The tea house is a separate, simple structure to the north. In front of the tea house is a simple sign. Paths wind into the woods to the southeast and southwest, and a bridge extends east over the lagoon towards the fisheries building. Two men are here, deeply involved in a discussion about the Japanese buildings. I don't know what it is you see in that place, Frank. It's so simple. No ornamentation at all, the first man says. Well, that's not the way I see it, Frank says.
It seems like a waste of time, man.
The second man continues. Louis, look at the horizontal line of the building. See how close it is to the ground? Almost as if it was part of the earth. I think it's rather wonderful. Shall know you, the art of Japanese tea ceremony, every day at 2:30 o'clock? What? 2:30 o'clock? In the tea house.
What's the point of it? Like, how can you possibly be here at the right time randomly?
The first man, Louis, shakes his head. You'll not get anyone to buy something like that. It's got no style. The tea house doors are pulled shut. A sign attached to them says the tea house is only open during the tea ceremony.
Lester, probably both.
Says Frank, smiling. I got a few ideas as to how I might use something like that. The two men wander off, continuing their discussion. What were they even talking about?
I have no idea.
Maybe they're the bad guys.
fisheries building now.
Am I reading that?
I guess.
You stand on the shores of the Great Lagoon. A bridge crosses the lagoon to the southwest, extending out to the wooded island in its center. The road here follows the curves of the perfectly round west wing of the Fisheries building. Leading off to the northeast and northeast and southeast, another road leads to the northwest toward a cluster of smaller buildings. Directly north stands the unique and pleasing Fisheries building. To the west is the lagoon. Behind you to the south, a bridge crosses the small river flowing into the lagoon. The bridge leads to a wide plaza, in the center of which sits the very official-looking U.S. government building. Further south, past the government building, you can see the manufacturers and liberal art building, extending off into the distance. You can go around the Fisheries building to the west or east. Here, the plaza is bordered to the west by the lagoon, and the north by a canal. A bridge crosses the canal to the uniquely designed Fisheries building. To the south, an archway leads into the U.S. government building. The plaza wraps around the building to the southeast. This exhibit well displays the functions, methods, and operations of the United States.
You skipped something.
Oh, yes. Here the plaza bordered. We already saw that. Okay.
A Columbian guardsman stubs out his cigarette against a wall and approaches you.
Detective Masters said you'd be coming by. Nice meeting you. I'm Floyd. Take a look around. Make yourself at home. What's mine is yours and all that. Just don't take anything with you when you go. The government. Bunch of tightwads, you know?
This exhibit well displays the functions, methods, and operations of the United States Fish Commission. Of particular interest is a display featuring the many tools used for the taking of fish. There are great casting nets, rods and reels, lines, flies, floats, and sinkers. Mounted on a platform is a powerful missile weapon, as used in whaling and sealing. A long aisle bisects the exhibit space leading outside to the north, and to a grand central rotunda to the south. The missile weapon seems to contain a harpoon. A Columbian guardsman is here watching the exhibit. The harpoon is several feet long, sharp, and barbed.
I mean, if I take the harpoon with, we could, like, put it back.
The only way to remove the harpoon from the gun is to fire the weapon. Floyd spins a large keyring around on his index finger.
You suck. Hefe McCarran. I wear H83, that was just yesterday. I'm an excellent way for a 129-year-old. Sounds like my good buddy. Yeah, read this. I'm getting tired.
Am I reading this?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
The missile weapon appears almost cannon-like. A barbed harpoon is loaded into the gun and ready to fire. Looking at it, you can almost imagine yourself on the deck of a whaling vessel, in search of your elusive prey. The harpoon gun is mounted on a freely rotating base, although the angle of fire appears to be permanently fixed sharply upward. Currently, the gun is facing west. Following the arc of the gun, you notice that the west wall doesn't go up all the way up to the ceiling. The east wall doesn't. Either, it appears as though the harpoon gun is dangerously easy to fire. A simple squeeze of the trigger under the shaft of the weapon would be all that is required.
Sorry. You fucking idiot.
A small block of wood behind the trigger stops the gun from firing. You can't get a good grip on the small block of wood with your fingers.
This guy's really stupid.
Use the pickaxe?
Alright, hang on one second. I need to get some more soda. I'll be right back, okay?
Yep.
One sec. Thank you, Lester. By the way, harpoon comments. It looks like using my tranquilizer gun. That's funny. All right. I guess we can't fire this stupid harpoon. At least not now. Let's go south. You there, Gamer's Grotto?
Yep. This magnificent interior dome is right at the heart of the government building. And it's certainly one of the most impressive interior spaces you've seen so far. Murals representing major cities and famous scenes decorate the inner dome. 8 archways lead out from the rotunda, one at each compass point. Between the archways are paintings, and below each painting is a small pedestal. There are 8 paintings and pedestals in all. In the center of the rotunda stands a massive tree trunk, cut from the largest California redwood imaginable. Sitting on the southern pedestal is a walrus tusk. A Columbian guardsman is here, watching the exhibit. Floyd spins a large key ring around on his index finger. Floyd takes the ring of keys off of his belt and flips them to you.
Don't let my brother see you with those, he says. They unlock all the display cases in the building.
Holy shit, we got a point. It's amazing, we got a point. We got a point. We can open all these display cases. You want to read this? Hello?
Sorry, one of my roommates came into the room. What am I reading? Sorry.
Treasury Department.
In the Treasury Department display stands the largest, most powerful type of coining presses. The press is currently in operation, producing Columbian metals cast in bronze. The press is incredibly loud, filling the display area with a constant noise. Surrounding the press are display cases containing many different historical occurrences. The press operator stands behind the display cases, taking the completed bronze metals and selling them to fair go. The press continues loudly stamping new metals.
Okay.
The bronze medals are commemorative edition medals of the Columbian Exhibition.
Am I reading? Okay.
The pedestal near the southwest archways comes up to about your waist. The top surface of the pedestal is made of a metal of some kind. On the front side of the pedestal is a small symbol of a perfect circle. There's nothing on the southwestern pedestal. The Smithsonian Institute exhibits a fine collection of animals mounted in natural stances, and many within a sample of their own environment. To one side, perched on a seaweed-covered rock, is a sea otter, and nearby an odd-looking walrus. On the other side is a group of rocky mountain goats, on a small section of mountain. Beyond them is a profusion of other animals, birds, and reptiles. Exits are to the north and south. The walrus is missing a tusk. On the walrus's forehead is printed a symbol shaped like a crescent moon.
What the hell?
The symbol was drawn in ink. It doesn't quite look like a crescent moon. On closer inspection, one of the ends is flat. It looks more like a horn or tusk. You fiddle with the tusk for a minute, but can't get it back into the walrus. Taxidermy was never your strong suit.
I need glue or something. That's interesting, isn't it? The way the wars has the bell plate lowers slightly, your click, there's scraping noise below your feet.
You hand the press operator 50 cents, and he produces a bronze Columbian medal and hands it to you. You'll keep it in the family for generations, kid, he says.
I think the carrots only fiddle my tusk with the missus at home. Put medal on southwest pedestal. I feel like you gotta. I feel like we gotta. I don't know who built this thing, but I feel we gotta put all these different medals, all different things on the pedestals.
Under the weight of the Columbian medal, the metal plate lowers slightly. You will hear a click, then a scraping noise from somewhere below your feet. The pedestal near the southeast archway comes up to about your waist. The top surface of the... Oh, I've already read all this.
No, you didn't. This is different.
Okay. The top surface of the pedestal is made of a metal of some kind. On the front side of this pedestal is a small symbol of a 5-pointed star. There's nothing on the southeastern pedestal. A Columbian guardsman walks in, stifling a yawn. The rooms of the War Department contain a staggering array of exhibits, from historical weapons to modern engineering feats undertaken by the Army Corps of Engineers. Standing among the historical exhibits is a cannon surrendered by the British of Yorktown, a bronze 6-pounder from the Mexican War, and the guns which fired the first and last shots of the American Civil War. Another section displays military uniforms from the colonial period up until the present day. Pinned to the Mexican War uniform is a star-shaped medal. Pinned to the Civil War uniform is a round medal. Pinned to the modern uniform is a Cross of Valor. Under the weight of the star-shaped medal, the metal plate lowers slightly. You hear a click, then a scraping noise from somewhere below your feet. The pedestal near the east archway comes up to about your waist. The top surface of the pedestal is made of a metal of some kind. On the front side of the pedestal is a small symbol in the shape of a pipe. There is nothing on the eastern pedestal.
Pipe.
You were in a... do you want me to read that part or no?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you are in a wide hallway which extends west into a grand, spacious rotunda and east out of the building. On the north side of the hall is a long case featuring various exhibits from the State Department, and to the south a case holding report, charts and documents from the Justice Department. You can either... Okay.
What the hell? How can I look at the keys? There we go. Read. Sleeping?
Yep. Yeah. No. Just multitasking. The case is long and narrow to fit in the corridor. Along the front edge of the case, you see a keyhole, and next to the keyhole, a small symbol has been drawn. The State Department display case is closed. In the State Department display case, you see Benedict Arnold's fife. Miles Standish's pipe, and John Hancock's ring. And you need the pipe.
Yeah. More hints.
Yeah. The symbol was drawn in ink. It looks like a man smoking pipe. We got the key.
Let's lock it again. Who cares? Put pipe on east pedestal. Okay.
Under the weight, blah, blah, blah.
There's so many freaking pedestals. Is that a northeast pedestal?
Small symbol shaped like some sort of plant. There's nothing on the... like a miniature of the great agriculture building, this exhibit seems overstuffed with corn, wheat, tobacco, cotton, barley, oats, rye, and other crops, all carefully arranged and described as to the most suitable habitat for each. In addition to these displays is one by the Bureau of Animal Industry, presided over by an entire hog made from papier-mâché. A Columbian guardsman is here watching the exhibit.
What kind of plant is it? Someone's drawn ink. Looks like a plant was like wheat. Or there's some solar crop. Get wheat. You can have the grains.
Why not?
What?
The life-size hog is made from papier-mâché. It looks straight ahead. On its forehead is a small symbol next to the hog. A sign declares of the hog's diet. Although content to eat the leftover garbage or the animals leave, high-quality meat companies feed their hogs various different high-quality grains to improve taste. Floyd mumbles under his breath. Wheat. Fields of wheat. The symbol was drawn in ink. It looks like a plant. Although...
Whoops. Sorry.
This...
I know that happened. Sorry.
The papier-mâché hog is quite large, larger than you can imagine. Floyd wanders over to the papier-mâché log. My brother's crazy about you know? He says to the animal. I don't know much about that. My brother really likes animals. He even likes one that ones that aren't real, like that papier-mâché hog. He calls it Walter. Floyd saunters off toward the main central rotunda, humming to himself. You would have to break the hog in order to get it open. Floyd comes up beside you. Whoa, man, hold on. That's my brother's favorite exhibit. I don't know what he'd do if it's damaged. He pauses. Leave it alone, man. I can't be responsible for what he'd do if he finds out you're trying to break it. You nod, resigned. If you're going to break open the hog, you'll have to find some other way of doing it. Some way that would make it more difficult to tell that you had anything to do with it.
What if you lure the kid there?
That's a
The
good
little boy
idea.
who's causing mischief.
That's a great idea.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's right in the description. It's right in the description. You had to find another way to prove that you didn't do it.
Still a great idea. Alright, let's see what else there is. Examine west pedestal. This one's sort of a rectangle. Read?
Yeah. The walls and numerous cases in this exhibit feature a large collection of stamps dating back almost to the invention of the adhesive stamp in Dundee in 1834. One table has a display of another sort, some of the most interesting items left unclaimed at the dead letter office. Sitting on the dead letter display table is a Bowie knife, a string of Mongolian coins, an owl perched on a human skull, an Indian scalp, and a jar. The jar seems to contain a dead snake.
The hell? Is there any stamps here? Oh, there's large collection of stamps.
The reason I don't read some of this stuff is because you skip a lot of it, and so it's like it's confusing what you want me to read. And
oh, sorry, I'm only skipping the stuff we've already read.
Okay, because it's kind of confusing as to what you want me to read and what you don't want me to
sorry. You can read this if you want.
The collection is well displayed in numerous glass display cases. The earliest stamps from America bear the date of 1841. And of all the stamps issued since, a small sample of each type has been collected and exhibited. It makes you feel rather philatelic. Yes, exactly. The stamp is affixed tightly to the knife. You're afraid if you pulled on it, the stamp would tear and be ruined.
Oh, there's a Bowie knife.
It is a vicious-looking knife, but the blade doesn't look like it has been sharpened since it was mailed. A stamp is still affixed to the flat edge of the blade.
Maybe I should put the knife on the pedestal. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Metal plate lowers.
So, X northwest, pedestal, a needle or a tower of some kind. Eiffel Tower in Paris. Okay, this is a new location.
This exhibit clearly illustrates the many functions which fall under the Department of the Interior, Education, Land and Census Bureaus, the Patent Office and the Geological Survey. All are quickly forgotten, however, when confronted by the mammoth globe of the Earth which fills the room. Mounted over the top of many exhibits, the globe is 63 feet in circumference and 20 in diameter. There is a large metal crank near the base of the globe. A staircase winds up the base of the globe to a catwalk overhead, which provides views of the globe's surface. A Columbian guardsman is here watching the exhibit. This small suspended catwalk allows a close-up view of the northern hemisphere. Stairs lead back down to the exhibit floor. You turn the crank, the great globe slowly spins. The Atlantic Ocean, dotted with small islands in West Africa, appears. Floyd approaches the great crank. Floyd turns the crank. The great globe slowly spins. Most of the African continent has appeared on the globe. This small suspended catwalk allows a close-up view of the northern hemisphere. Stairs lead back down to the exhibit floor. You turn the crank, the great globe slowly spins. The Pacific Ocean and Australia swing into view.
What do I have to... What's south of, I guess, Africa, right? It should have been... I should have done it before. Shoot. South America and West Africa. Some kids... You can see Central Europe and the Middle East. The stupid bastard kids spun the globe. Right, turn, crank. A hard case you're ready to collect you somebody. I think about splurging for a nice dinner. Alright. Oh shit. I did it again. How do I stop the kids from doing this shit? There's no way. I'm hungry. If I turn the crank, this is where I want it to be, West Africa. But then when I go up, some kids turn the crank. You see this?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I need to get it. I need to get it so that it's West Africa appears. Then when I go up, like,
what if you?
I tell like Floyd to not let the kids turn it.
Either that or take the handle that turns the crank.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Let's try that. There you go, you're right. You move the crank, leave the beer shaft behind. Aha, you see what it says? You read it?
Yeah, I know. I read what it said. Yep.
You read it out loud, damn you!
Oh,
On your way up the catwalk, some kids run over and try to spin the globe. They can't make it budge an inch without having the crank handle. From the catwalk, you can only see 1/4 of the northern hemisphere of the globe at a time. Right now, you can see the Atlantic Ocean and Western Europe, including Portugal, Spain, France, and England. You notice a small symbol has been printed on the country of France, right where Paris should be. In the center of France is a symbol near where you would expect Paris to be. The symbol was drawn in ink. The shape of the symbol most clearly brings to mind Eiffel's Tower in Paris. Now that you are looking more closely, you see that there is a small slit cut around the border of France, and 2 carefully concealed hinges are attached to the English Channel, a secret compartment. You push open the secret compartment. Inside you see a small replica of Eiffel's Tower, which you take.
Good job. Put tower on northwest pedestal.
Out of the way to the miniature.
Less like Eiffel Tower. Click, click, click. This is all the same shit. It's just
No, I know.
reworded.
X north pedestal. I'm gonna starve soon because pedestal in the northwestern country of waste. I'm sorry, you read this, not me.
The pedestal near the north archway comes up to above your waist. On the front of the pedestal is a small symbol shaped like an insect. Symbol was drawn in ink. It looks like an insect of some sort. Maybe a fly or a bee.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sorry, my roommate in the background is screaming at his
It's
games.
okay.
Do you want me to read this? Or?
A fly. Like fly. It says flies. X flies.
Hundreds of fly fishing lures are mounted in rows on an angled display unit. Most of the flies look similar to one another, with only slight differences in size, shape, and color. One fly in particular, a largest one with a yellow head, has a symbol drawn above it.
Get fly. Go south. Put fly on north pedestal. Okay. Now examine northeast pedestal. This one is shaped like some sort of plant. That's the only we don't have, right? Yeah. So we have all of them except for the northeastern one. So we gotta find the boy, but it's probably too late to do that now. I gotta get food. Where's there food around here? Maybe the manufacturers and liberal arts. I don't know. Okay. The problem is it doesn't tell you where where your dinner options are. Like you'd think in a fair like this would be food like every single like place you can walk. You know? Oh, a boat launch. Hello? I think...
Yeah, I'm here.
You want to read this? Floyd stops you.
Oh, Floyd stops you near the east exit from the U.S. government building.
I'm sorry, Detective, but I can't let you leave with a ring of keys or the crank. I'll put these things back where they belong.
He says, leaving you outside in the government plaza. The Grand Plaza extends to the south toward the manufacturers and liberal arts building, and wraps around the government building to the east. This grand archway leads into the government building directly to the north. To the west, where the plaza meets the lagoon, is a boat launch. The wind has picked up. You see a few women struggling with broken parasols, men holding their hats tightly to their heads.
I finally found a freaking boat launch. That's what I was looking for before. Let's go into the buildings, man. I want to find some food. Would you like to read, sir?
Yep. You stand before the spectacular north entrance to the manufacturers and liberal arts building. The entrance is a great triumphal arch ornamented by 4 Corinthian columns. At the top of each, an eagle perches with sharp eyes and outstretched wings. Great paintings on the interior domes of the archway depict the genius of electricity, holding a thunderbolt like a sword. Around him are various female figures, representing the different branches of electrical science. On one side of the entrance are stairs leading up to the roof. From here, you can enter the manufacturers and liberal arts building to the south. Walk along its walls to the east or west, or head north into a great, broad plaza, upon which rests the U.S. government building.
Let's basically hope there's some freaking food here.
Columbia Avenue stretches 1,700 feet in length, running the length of the building from to south and 50 feet in width. On either side of the avenue are buildings erected by different countries, companies, and states. The overall appearance is that of an outdoor lake, or the lake
Indoor city.
Of an indoor lake.
Indoor city.
City.
No,
Of the lake never before seen by man. There is an exit from this sprawling city to the north. To the east stands the ornate Norwegian Pavilion, and to the west is the entrance to the Danish Pavilion.
Do you think if I go to the Danish Pavilion, I get like a Danish? Or if I go to the Norwegian Pavilion, I get some like Norwegian smoked salmon?
Who knows?
Always says 1893, a World's Fair Quest for Food. Which way should I go, west or east? You pick.
It's up to you. I don't know.
Come on.
East, I guess.
Doesn't seem like very food. No food here. Do you want to read it? Among the displays of Scandinavian silverware, ornaments, enamelwork, embroidery, and so on, are 2 that stand out. The first is a group of lifelike figures wearing the characteristic attire of the Scandinavian peoples. The second is a large collection of snowshoes, of all things, of all shapes, sizes, and description. What do you make of that, old boy?
You sound like Don Adams. Trying to
Do I really?
The Danish Pavilion has many separate rooms. No.
There's no freaking food here. The French exhibit is east, the British west. There's no freaking food. Oh, here's the billiard room. This is where that guy, the thief, apparently comes at 7 o'clock to play billiards. But I'm going to die before 7 o'clock.
You actually have a hunger meter in this, though?
Apparently.
But how do you know you have a hunger meter in this?
He said 3 times he's hungry. And it's 6:44 p.m. He's like, I want to get some dinner.
You will stand before the monolithic clock tower, which rests astride the intersection of Columbian Avenue and another road, equally grand, running the length of the building from east to west. From the amount of people gathered here under the tower, you'd guess this makes a common meeting place for people who are exploring the building's exhibits.
West, south, east. What do you think?
East.
See, you're feeling really hungry. Maybe go to the Chicago Soap Company. Need some soap.
Yes. Perfect.
What's
That
the Remington
sounds-
Pavilion? Is it like shaving?
I don't know.
You win the manufacturers and liberal arts building whose size eclipses all the other buildings you've ever seen. This avenue bisects the building from east to west. Directly to the east, an archway leads to the lakefront promenade.
There's
To the
food
north
there?
is the Canadian Indian exhibit, while to the south is a grand musical pavilion.
Maybe there's food in the lakefront promenade.
I don't know. Nope. Stone cutting. Is there no like documentation that came with this game, like a map or something?
There's a map. It doesn't say where the food is. There's food everywhere. Just not where we are. I mean, it's a... Hold on. Many exhibits in the agricultural building have free food samples during lunchtime. That's where we got the free food before. An abundance of drinking water supplied free of charge. It doesn't say anything else about where there's food. Oh wait, I'm sorry. As there are accommodations for feeding 60,000 persons per hour within the exhibition grounds and hundreds of thousands outside of the grounds, and blah blah blah. Meals may be had at time and place as desired at cost from 25 cents upwards. That's all it says.
No, like that's.
Oh, you can rent the wheelchair over here. Rolling Chair Company. You want to rent the wheelchair? No, I don't think so. A cocoa pavilion. Maybe we can get some cocoa in here.
I don't even know. Like when we played the first part of the game, I don't even remember where the food places were. They just kind of brought out food to you, so it's really.
Well, I drank some cocoa. So am I still hungry now? I don't know.
I don't know.
Newsstand. I guess not. You're feeling really hungry. No, chocolatier. Enter pavilion. For a brief tour and unsuccessful search for free samples, you're sent back to the promenade. What the fuck is their food? Wellington Catering Company. Yeah, that's food there. Where's the Wellington Catering Company? I think I saw it on the map here. I can't find any food. Like we're to die. Someone is protesting loudly. South Inlet. I think you gotta like freaking like you gotta explore this whole entire map just to
Go
find...
to your inventory again. Okay, so that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. Wow, suddenly this became very perverted. Well, you just boarded the ship. Maybe you can go fishing. What do you want to unlock it with? Hands. I mean, yeah.
There's no food anywhere here. I'll be dead soon.
This is why I don't play text adventure games.
Like, literally nothing here. The agricultural building. That's where there's free food for lunch, but not for dinner. You managed to suppress your hunger, but I'm sure it's not going to be good for you. Alright, I had enough of this for now. Can't find any freaking food.
This feels like it's a game that needs a walkthrough, to be honest, because it's the in my opinion, just the way it's laid out is just very confusing. Like it's really hard to understand exactly where we're supposed to go and what we're supposed to do, because we're barely getting any hints. I mean, you managed to get pretty far with the statues and stuff like that. But
yeah, that was actually a puzzle. That was actually fun.
Yeah, that part was, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Maps. Look at that. The maps. Canadian monster cheese. We weren't in this building at all. We weren't in this one either. Electricity building. Machinery hall. We weren't here either. I don't even know where that. We're in machinery hall. That's there. Okay. This we were here briefly. But there was no food here. Here we went pretty extensively. Apparently you can get coal and bauxite from those places. If this isn't a thing next to it, it looks like you can take something from there. Additional maps. Oh my god. Fine arts building. Fisheries building. Dried fish, seaweed. Skeleton key. Horticulture building. Oh, there's a grotto. Maybe it's the Gamer's Grotto. Transportation building. My god. U.S. government building. Alright. This is the one we do spend a lot of time on. Bundle of wheat. Look, apparently the reward for all that is beneath the redwood. And there's blueprints. There was no bundle of wheat. There was that freaking women and children's buildings. Oh, there's Uncle Tom's cabin. It's in the women's building. And we had to go, that was where the diamond supposedly was, at Uncle Tom's cabin. Midway. Oh my god. Bananas. This place is freaking huge. Oh my gosh. Foreign buildings. Oh, there's a Zulu shield. And leather exhibits. Maybe the Zulu wants the Zulu shield. Stupid boy. Coal tunnels. Spectatorium.
The boy thing we have to learn in that one area.
Wow, this game is like way more complex. I want to see something though. Restore pedestals. You can't have the grains. What did it say in the? What did it say in the hint in the map? Bundle of wheat. Hey, it's inside the freaking thing, and you can't get it though. It probably is. Probably inside the hog. Let's see if we can go and do what you said. It's probably too late already. Where's the kid? Here, boy, follow me. Okay. Northeast, southeast, south. No, don't run off. Piece of shit. I have to keep telling him to follow me.
Probably.
Maybe it's too late. Maybe it's like too late in the day and he goes home or something. Boy, follow me. Boy, follow me. He doesn't leave the island apparently. So that was a good guess, but apparently it's not accurate.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with this, I know that you don't like using walkthroughs, but I feel like with this game we might need to.
We might. I mean, there is a very full hint system here. There's a place in the game where you go to get hints about where to find the missing diamonds. I bet you it's the guy, the cop that you speak to in the morning. Some game company for a telephone holiday calling it game hints. It seems like a good idea. What? Are you serious? Try the black phone of the American Bell telephone exhibit looking at the side of the... That's bullshit. Your opponent will answer a question you have with the diamonds you ask about them by name? That's so weird. Only allow questions about one question about each diamond per day. Try the next day and provide additional clue. That's crazy, don't you think? See, you can solve the game using the hints he gives you. Since they're in-game, you can still have the satisfaction of solving the puzzles without resulting in the out-of-game hints. You can always come back to these hints later when you've exhausted all your other options. That's fine, but, like, where's the food? Eating, I have to eat. How do I do that? The closest restaurant in the administration was the Hayward Restaurant. It's located directly west of the Mines and Mining Building. Oh, there's actually on the map here, Hayward Restaurant. Alright, well, I think it's time to stop for today. What do you think?
Whatever, it's up to you. It's your channel. I think that this is kind of frustrating us both right now, so probably a good idea.
It's 2:30 in the morning too. I think it's time to stop right now. But I think we actually learned two important things just now from the hints. One is where the freaking restaurant is, and one is an in-game source of hints. J-Rock runs off. See you later. That's funny. One is an in-game source of hints in the electricity building, which we never went to. So I think we need to go to the electricity building. And next, when I restore the game next time, that's the first thing we'll do is get food. And then go to the electricity building and call the guy for hints. And then try to go to the see him playing pool. We actually accomplished a lot. It takes a while to get this game like to get a handle on this because the map is so big. You know?
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today. Thanks to anyone who joined, which includes Always Asleep, J Rock, Lester, Hopster Key, Pirate Gator Boy, and El Jefe McCarran. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're watching this after the fact, you leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I hate the porn bots that leave comments, but like, give me a real comment. This is definitely a difficult game. In the sense that like it's not, they don't lead you around by the nose, but it's not. It's just big. It's not unfair so far. It's just tough. I mean, the truth is the parser leaves a lot to be desired. Like, there's a lot of things I try to do and you didn't understand. Like, if I try to kill somebody, like, I mean, I guess I understood that eventually, but because the Zulu guy killed me. But I don't know. What do you think, Gamers Grotto?
It's not a game I'd ever play.
But you're playing it right now.
Well, not really. I'm just doing the voiceover.
You're sort of playing it. You actually, you know what? The only puzzle we actually had today, you solved. I mean, I started figuring out what to do with the pedestals, but you figured out how to take the crank.
Yeah, I mean that just felt like common knowledge.
Well, I wouldn't have thought of that necessarily.
Oh,
so I mean, it was a good idea. And the cranks, I mean, it doesn't always come off. Like you have to think about it. It comes off, but anyway, thank you, Jeremy from the Gamers Grotto, for doing all what?
I said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for doing all the voices. I had to like prompt him and kick him a few times because he was multitasking. But I still appreciate all the support. And make sure you check out the Gamers Grotto channel. You can also check out his collaboration section where you can see more videos with me and also Olaf Productions. Yeah. I don't have a collaboration section, but the Gamers Grotto is a regular guest on this channel, so make sure you check out his channel as well. All right, folks. Thanks very much. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll continue this. I feel like now that we have these little basic hints, we're just on the cusp of making some good stuff happen here. I feel like next stream that we do this, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but next stream that we do this, we're going to blow this game wide open. That's my prediction. All right, so
I hope this prediction becomes a reality.
I think it will. All right, everybody. Peace out. Have a great night. Talk to you all soon.
Take care, everybody.